and then the chips will fall where they may on the other cases. Let me get, Catherine, let me get you sworn, okay? If you place your left hand on the good book and raise your right hand. And I'm going to have you, let's see here. Last time I think we were waiting on service.
Yes.
And you're Nathaniel, is that correct? Okay, that's right. All right. I want you to tell me, and again, let me just give you a little warning. These are somewhat hard cases to prove. So just so you know that your burden of proof is one of it's high. It's not often that we grant these, but I'm gonna let you tell me what happened. I'm gonna go back to your complaint here. Tell us what happened that caused you to take out this action right here.
I am here because I have absolutely no personal affiliation with Mrs. Stowell.
Mm-hmm.
She has used written, indirect communication, telephone communication, and other means to stalk and harass me and my family. Like I said, I have no personal affiliation with her.
Mm-hmm. What is the connection? How did your lives cross?
She is someone of Nathaniel's past.
Okay. An old, maybe, flame, if you will?
Yeah.
Okay. And keep going.
The first time I ever heard of Mrs. Stowell was in June of 2011. I received a Facebook message from someone under the name of Joshua Kane stating that he was the ex-boyfriend of Mikail Stowell and that she was pregnant with my fiance's child. I did confront Nathaniel about this, and he told me that she did in fact say that she was pregnant with his child, but he did not believe it to be true. We talked it out, we worked out our differences, and I remained with Nathaniel. However, I continued to be contacted by Mrs. Stowell under the guise of Joshua Kane, basically trying to get me to break up with Nathaniel, which I do have messages, to show to the court that I from my personal inbox that I do have these. In July of 2011, we were on our way to go see fireworks. It was the 4th of July. Got a phone call from Mrs. Stowell to Nathaniel. We were in our vehicle on the way to court, and she called him to talk to him about her pregnancy and whatever the issue was surrounding her pregnancy. Later on that night, Nathaniel got some messages from the same Joshua Kane profile stating that he would, quote-unquote, find Nate's nigger bitch and calling me a whore, saying that she would burn my house down, a whole list of basically calling me out of my name and being angry because I was still with Nate. Mm-hmm. I do have these messages with me today. In August, I was contacted by various aliases, of which I do have the printouts of the Facebook pages, and they are all some variation of her name. All of these Facebook accounts have been subpoenaed, and the information was sent to the district attorney's office here in Carteret County.
Okay.
Throughout the month of August, I continued to receive Facebook messages. I also got a Facebook message with a phone number in the Facebook message from the Joshua Kane person stating that if I didn't believe what Mikail was saying, that I could call her myself. They encouraged me to call her, and my friend Janessa did call her. She is not here. She could not be here, but she can be contacted. Janessa called her. I was not there. I was not present for all the conversation. But from what, this is typically hearsay, so stop me if, this is not, But Janessa said that the text messages that she got in contact, which these text messages were subpoenaed as well, Mrs. Stowell told Janessa that Nate and his ex-girlfriend Amanda was harassing her about being pregnant with Nate's child. I do not know Amanda. I have never known Amanda. She told Janessa that the Joshua Kane profile did in fact belong to her. She said that she was absolutely sure that the child in question belonged to Nathaniel. She said that she was the assistant to the district attorney, she sent that through text message from her personal phone number. She stated that she pressed charges on someone named Justin Walters for rape, and that she accused us of being acquaintances of his girlfriend, which I do not know who this person is. I've never known this person or anybody affiliated with Mrs. Stowell.
Well, let me ask you this. When is the last time you had any contact with her?
I have received messages last year around the times of our court dates.
Okay. Well, let me stop you right there. I think you've done a pretty good job at this point establishing what's happened. Let me ask her some questions, and we may just resolve it with me signing this order right here.
Okay.
Let me get you sworn if I could, okay? You hold off where you are. You testified to left hand on the good book, raise your right hand. Ma'am, anything that you want to say about this? You've got some pending cases against her, correct?
I do. I have folders and also my computer also. The last contact I did have with an offender, there is no child. I was never, and he knows this, because I went to his command, which I will have his, my husband knows the building that I went to, his lieutenant, somebody that I went to them and saying, look, him and his wife are stalking me and contacting me about a child that I do not have with Nate. I will have his command subpoena if I have to. To let Nate know, to let his wife know to leave me alone. This has been going on since 2010. I've had 4 Facebooks that have been hacked, that have been gotten into because I use my children's names, which is obvious.
Right.
I can get Facebook IP addresses, which I'm doing also with my attorney and also county, because she just recently, under Katie Dixon, she goes under different names and somehow she found my new married name and sent me and my husband and my roommate friend requests. We found out it was her because she owns Kitty Cat Cup Cakery under Catherine Glines, which you can Google is her. Mm-hmm. And I showed all this to the magistrate court. So in turn, she has, I don't know if her infatuation is because Nate and I did have a thing. I don't want Nate and I ended as friends. Nate did contact me and asked me if I was pregnant with his child, which I did tell him no. I don't know what Josh did. I did not do it under Josh. Nate knows this. Him and Josh were friends and had conversations and talked. I'm sorry that his wife is, I don't know why the problem with me is she's stalking my minor child, and she's found my husband, who's an MP on Cherry Point that also needs, I don't know why she won't leave me alone or is infatuated with the fact I have not contacted her. I do have a August of 2011, her and Janessa were at J. Alexander's. They called me cussing me out. I have a Onslow County Sheriff that I can put you can pull that court record. He went with me to J. Alexander's to confront her. She called me later that night crying because she didn't know whether she should stay with Nate because Nate denied me. I said, oh, really? So then she wanted pictures and proof that I'd been with Nate. So I sent pictures of me and Nate, which I still have. So because she didn't know whether she wanted to be with him still and yada yada because he was deployed and so forth. And basically this is an issue of jealousy. And so she can't let things go. I don't want to be with Nate. I don't have a child with Nate. She's even stalking. I have a Facebook page that I run that's for anyone. She's even stalking that. But the point is, now she's stalking my minor children. That's how she found out my new. I have a brand new Facebook. The 4th one I've had to make that has been hacked that I can't get into.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I think you obviously have got some claims pending against her. And I think the best thing for all of us is to order, do you have no contact with her? And so I'm going to put an order in place for a year that you're to have no contact with her. You've prevailed in your case. Now, if there's some other court dates pending,
we do have a court case pending here. I took out charges and just
great. Well, just make sure you show up in your court date. But this order here, all that I've got in front of me is your request for no contact. Absolutely. And I'm ordering that you are to have no contact with her. And then when you get into court, you can ask for the similar relief. I'm going to let you and your husband leave. If the Glines would stay 5 minutes as we stay, give them three steps towards the door in district court. And if you'll just have a seat back over here. And Mr. Bolster, can I do anything for you? Are you and Raven here on a case today? Let's make sure. I don't see you on the docket.